point. It can also go to the, can be applied to the physical presentation. In a second I'll show you some pictures of some really creative papers I got for an assignment I used to do a long time ago. Yeah, in fact I'll get those now. Hang tight. Alright, here's some of those papers. Let's discuss them a little bit. Here's one. White versus black. It's about racism, obviously, right? Nick made this one. Now, what impression do you get when you see this cover? You think it's probably going to be a little more creative than average, right? Maybe even some nice design inside. So if you create an expectation, probably should make it match, right? If this is super formal paper inside, I don't know why you want to create it. The expectation for it to be a little more casual and readable. You might disappoint readers who are expecting something more casual. Here's one by, I don't have a paper in there. To begin reading, press red button if you dare. Go ahead, take a chance, live a little. So this paper is about taking chances, right? So it's kind of a fun little game, you know, application or something like that. So watch this. Luckily it's got a wired shut so it doesn't break my finger. So, creative, interesting. Here's one, Homelessness and Its Dirty Facts by Lori. This looks like kind of old newspaper or something, I don't know. Again, you expect something a little more creative in there. Here's something with just a little bit of Think for Yourself, a Persuasive Paper by Kelly. It's got Rodin's Thinker, I think that's Rodin, in there. And here's a nice one on kissing. So kind of sewn raised lips, and you expect it to be a little casual, and inside kind of matches. Anyway, there's actually like interesting surveys in here by students at our university asking, you know, what kind of kisses they prefer, and do girls like scruff on guys, and do guys like lipstick on girls, all that kind of stuff. So it is a little bit more creative and stuff like that, a little more active like you might expect. Here's one on, I think this one's on humor, but the cover here it says Top Secret Files. This by Danielle and Jamie. It's got like a little spy thing on there. So, and it has these different folders in there, like maybe spies used to do before we got computers. And then here's a nice one. Here's a paper on Madagascar, I believe, by Mark. And so not only does it have this beautiful wood sewn kind of cover, but inside it's, you know, got some pictures and kind of unique layout and actual saffron and, you know, different spices and stuff. Silver. This is not a bribe, I don't think. So anyway, that's a good paper anyway. Let me get you a few more examples. Here are a few more. When I used to do this assignment, I kind of fostered an informal competition to make the coolest papers, just by showing off the previous coolest ones I got. Here are a few more of my favorites. Here's a paper by Emma, and it's about living on a ranch or being a cowboy or something like that. So here's this fence-like cover hammered together with the family's actual brand burned into it in their ranch. Louisville Slugger, recognize that? Wood burned in, that's about baseball. This is about the ocean, and that cover is made of seaweed. Good job, Buffy and Ben. Here's one, it's like a scroll, right? By Travis, and it's about religious topics. And finally, oh look, it looks like a Carpenter's album, right? You open it up. Oh look, it looks like a record. So this is about eating disorders, because as you know, Karen Carpenter died of anorexia. So good job, Misty. Another one of my favorites. So when would you do something crazy like this? Probably when you have a crazy professor who you think would like it. But never expect like your physical presentation to make up for lack of good logos and content and actually fill in whatever the assignment was that you're supposed to write. And then if you think you can get away with it, I mean, I did this my purpose in doing this was because I wanted my students to really stretch their boundaries and like just be aware of, oh, there's so many different choices you have when you're writing, and depending on what fits on that writing spectrum, you can do some crazy fun stuff if it's going to help your purpose. So be careful, and if you want, go crazy, have fun.